You're working now? Now it's working. Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the easy stream, where it's always easy and you get everything done. And what we're looking at here is a really, really dirty tank that's going to get broken down. But let me say hi to people real quick. I remember. Bonnie, what are you doing? Good morning. Andy Carson, good morning. What's up? Good morning. Planet Bigfoot. Yo, what's up? Good morning. Victor Coco. Yo, yo, yo. Good morning. Good morning. Window liquor number 5. What's up, buddy? Morning. Greg's Catfish Cave. Good morning, dude. Or evening, I guess, for you. Right on, man. How you been? Greg the Guppy guy. 3G. And good morning, good morning. Looks like we're at the bottom of the list already. Cool. Good morning, everybody. It's not in chat or is not typing. Welcome to the stream. What do we got? We're going to break this tank down. We got a cat meowing. Jones over there. Where you at, Mr. Jones? Got. Oh no. Bad. He looks like he's going to jump. Don't do it, Monty. Alright. Good. Don't do it. Oh, he's going to do it this way. What I have to deal with.
That's lovely, that is.
Cat. Here we go. I think the one time he fell in that tank, he would have stopped him from doing this? Nope. Nope. Encouraged him. I was just like, it's just water. Alright. Oh no, I got the spinny wheel of doom? Or is that just me? Might just be me because I'm not on Wi-Fi. Black Cat Crew, yo, what up? Cody B. Fishy. Are we buffering or is it just me? I think it might just be me because I was on cell connection basement. Yeah, well. Got a bag of Dynamax soil today to try. Interesting. Heard of that?
Scaly Granny said, good morning, Jason and everyone.
Oh, Scaly Granny, what's up? Jenny Lynn. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that Dynamax. I'm guessing it's Aqua Soil, right? Cool. Alright. It's just me. That's good to know. Alright, I think we gotta get into this. Last week I took all the algae out of here. Was hoping there might be a shrimp or two alive, but I haven't seen anything moving in this tank. And got the other cat here. Hello. This is the one that likes to chew up my airlines. Better run, little Lily. Better run, little Lily. On my list. Bad cat list. For that other. Oh God. Scared the hell out of me. I didn't realize he was still up there. Like put my head face like right there.
Window Licker 532 said, morning, Mr. Manifesto.
Yo!
All bells and whistles working.
Awesome.
Victor Coco K30 said, meow.
Meow.
Bionic Bigfoot 40 said, hello, Scaly Granny.
Wow, I'm really lagging here. Oh, you can't even see him. You only see his paw. There you go. That's why that was like a 40-second delay here. No? There he is. Comfortable, Mr. Jones? Are you? Cat. Bow tie. He's got a little sushi fish on it. He's got a little sushi charm on there. Dapper young man. Apparently very bad. Heard that. Everybody's out here. We got the dog too. We'll convince. Anyway, he's gonna hang out there, I guess. Fall through a tank. Guessing there's no longer Gertrude. Probably get this. Speaking of Gertrudes.
Bionic, Bigfoot Foti said here, kitty kitty.
Yeah, exactly. Cat's just chilling. Gertrude's. There's one of my fried tanks over there in the fry system. I had put from top left where I put the top right is where I had the Pascais. Bottom middle left, I should say, where I had putting the Nodus eggs. Middle right is where I was putting the Celebes Rainbow's egg. Okay. The bottom tank is just where I was throwing all the frittatas. Look at this little cat. Oh, Lily's got a tab. There's Lily and Zozer here. What, Pupper? Up to? Come here. Come on, Pupper here. Lolo. Lolo. I don't know where Bonnie is. Pupper. Ooey. There's Monty. Came down to say hi. Alright, that's a regular old circus here today. Anyway. Not looking, I swipe this. Hey, dog. Yeah, anyway, what the hell was I just talking about? I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was talking about. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna start cleaning this tank while I try to remember what I was talking about. Before I got distracted by a whole bunch of cats and dogs. Alright.
Window Licker 532 said Lisa must not be home.
So she's home. I don't know why they're all hanging out down here. Usually they're all like laying around. Doing nothing. Hey? Hey, they're not. That from there. I should probably. You know, ready to be reset. Let me get my little tray. Whee. Anyway. I was in the middle of saying something. I don't remember what I was talking about. Tray. This with me. Rinse it out.
Window Licker 532 said you were talking about the fry system.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. There was a point to this. I knew there was a point to this. Thank you, man. Alright, so I'm down there this morning, or last night. I think it might have been last night. And I was like, you know, feeding them down there. And I was looking at the one where the Celebes are, and I'm like, dude, that is not a Celebi. That is that totally looks like a Gertrude. So I'm thinking either an egg got down below or I stuck a mop in the wrong tank. But either way.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said it must not remember it.
Yeah. Just having a senior moment. Just trying to clean up some of this algae off of this sponge filter. Probably let this dry out, and then we can reset it. Try to get as much gunk off of it as I can. Enough. And in the trash. They're over here. Try out.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said too much weed smoke, you forget thing.
Oh, and he's still over here. I don't know if you guys. Hey. He likes to do this when we're feeding them in the morning. Like a little cabinet under the sink cabinet. And I gotta put a child lock on it because of how to get in, eat everything. But yeah, he goes in there every morning. Every time I go in there, I open up that door. He has to walk in that thing. He can't even fit in there, but he walks in there anyway, just to inspect in case there's any like treats that got dropped. Or he found a treat in there once, so now every time I open it, gotta inspect for treats. Call him Inspector Monty. Inspector Monty. Doo doo doo. Treats. Little kitty feet. Light. Thanks, man. All right. Get into this. We gotta get something done today. I don't think there's much else in here other than algae. Box maybe. Algae out. Could just back for this. Log up like crazy. Could just use a gravity safe and have to. Rocks. Try to get most of this junk out by hand. Look up whatever. Yeah. Break it down. Down again. Sometimes, you know, I got too much going on in this fish room, so a whole bunch of like basically empty tanks. Which to me just says you got too many tanks. Maintaining empty tanks. I mean, it's nice to have a tank set up for quarantine, which I probably will always have. Plus, I have all these tanks that I'm not going to get rid of. Put it in storage. If I absolutely need it, emergency quarantine tank. Out of the storage.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said use a net.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea, but I think probably good on it anyway. Sorry. Ooh, let me get out of here. Gotta dump this though. Lily, what are you doing? Now did manage to mix up the remineralization water before the stream this morning, so that's at least happened. One of these days I got to mix it up before, like the day before, so I could do like the salt water too. Okay. But it would be nice to get it all done. Schnozberries taste schnozberries. Alright. Python. Took the heater out of this last week. I left the sponge filter running. Just in case. But I didn't think anything was alive in here. What's up, Mont? Hanging. You guys want to see Mont back? Oops. Like I'm tangled up. Better. Higher. More that way. On in. Tank. We're going to deal with. A minute. Probably should have used the net.
Window Licker 532 said it's official, peeps. It's springtime.
I know. Thank God. A very long winter. Seems like me. A lot more snow than I ever wanted to deal with. Check to make sure it's clogged. Back. Drain slower because A, it's lower than. Oh yeah. Yes. I'm all about spring. I, for one, am glad. Supposed to be almost 60 today. Be nice. Have to get the net. Get it. Otherwise, I'm going to be here like for an hour unclogging this thing every 2 minutes. I think we're already clogged again. Uh-oh. Do it, Mont. Do it, Mont. Do it, Mont.
Window Licker 532 said there is this weird yellow bright thing outside today. How awesome it's the sun.
Haven't seen it in months. Seems like, man. Probably should. Oh my.
Andy Carson 1339 said, I really want to pet Inspector Jones.
Right. Probably let you. Used to, when I found him in the alley, first thing he did when I found him.
Bionic Bigfoot 40 said that is why I use a pump to drain a fish tank.
First time I ever met him, he flopped on the ground and just started rolling around and like wanted me to pet him. I'm like, dude, this is the friendliest cat I have ever seen in my life. Then I would encounter, every time I encountered him, same thing, just flop around and stuff. He would just start rolling on the ground. He was like covered in dirt. Getting a little thing that might be a little more too powerful for this. Shatter it, just.
Greg Guppy Guy said here in Louisiana, we're supposed to hit 90 today.
Jeez.
Meanwhile, I'm on the lake at daylight reeling in the slabs.
You're in the naked daylight reeling in the what? On the lake at daylight. Oh. All right, yeah. I think it's pointless. Water in here, I'll just have to wait. Oh. Take this lid off. Probably the light for now. Turn this way. Oh yeah. All the way with this. No. Itching. Probably because I'm allergic to cats. You know, I could probably get one of the taller racks out of the middle. Let me see how that rack system is running. Which is gonna be soon because it is nice now. Or starting to get nice. This is, time of the year. Get the rest of that out, so let's do
Bionic Bigfoot 40 said, Greg, don't get sunburned today.
this. Sunscreen. Up. Okay, for now. Fine. All right. I am going to make it easier. Love this bucket of sand from the other tank. So I'm just gonna move it here.
Andy Carson 1339 said, can anyone else smell that newly emptied tank?
Oof. I can. All right, here's bucket. I'm going to take and out of the tank first. That's that. Oh. Did last time that worked. You guys hang out there. I'm going to take these broken wings. I won't do that to you guys. But the tune that's been stuck in my head for like all week now, because I've been playing
Bionic
Fallout.
Bigfoot Fody said, smells good, not.
Oof. Not this one. It's sitting a little stagnant for a little while, so it smells a little swampy. But that's alright. Anyway, the song that's been in my head is this. Bing Crosby, maybe? Bango bongo, I don't want to leave the jungle. Oh, no, 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 no. Bingo, bango, bongo, I'm so happy in the jungle, I refuse to go. Panning. Actually, what I should do is, whether it's don't do it. That. Cool. Alright. Do the water again. Oh, you guys see what I'm doing? I'm just adding a little
Bionic
bit of water.
Bigfoot Fody said, don't quit your day job.
Not very supportive there, Doug.
Window Licker 532 said, first weekend of spring, and Jason has the smell of swap ass going on. LOL.
Yeah, well, you know, what will I choose? Apparently that did not work as well as I thought it would, so let me try adding a little more water. Bingo, bango, bongo, I don't want to leave the jungle. Oh, no, 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 no. I just got to get that big out. I think that's the problem. We can always dump this extra water. When it comes to that time,
Bionic Bigfoot Fody said, use your hands.
That's like an uphill battle. What are you trying to get every grain of sand out of there? Come on now. This is easier. Had too much sand in the bottom there. I should have used something to dump some of it out. There we go. One more time. Alright, that's good enough. Turn some water on here. Position it right. Ah! I gotta shut up before I overflow the bucket. Either way. Just drop that. Alright, let me dump this out before I spill it. Of course I spill it. Hose is in my way. Alright, before I spill any more of this, I'm just gonna take some water out. Don't need to be spilling this all over the place, that'd be nasty. Oh.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said down the drain it goes.
Wouldn't be so bad if it was just water, but it's a whole freaking bucket of sand. And the water on top. Alright, let's set this over here. I'm gonna take that outside today, I think. Just let it sit. Gotta clean up some water I spilled. Whew, that just took a lot out of me. I expect hard labor first thing in the morning on a Sunday. Oh, my back. Good. This water.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said, let's fill the sink with sand.
No. That is not a good idea. A little bit of sand is not horrible. But if you do get sand down there, just keep flushing it, man. Let this run for, a hot minute. And I don't think pool filter sand would be a huge problem. It'd be more like it was, I don't know, like a play sand or something a little bit finer that could possibly compact a lot and clog up your pipes. I don't think it's... Alright. So... Probably... on here and become impossible to clean.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said coffee now.
Coffee time, I agree. I approve of that message. Yep. Clean.
Window Licker 532 said, so now you have an empty space. What's the plan?
Making my life easier is the plan. Empty space where there was just a tank with no fish. There was some rice fish in there, but I moved them in the other top tank. About it. Alright, I'm gonna go rinse this, and I'm gonna call this done. For now. I'm gonna have to get in there at some point. Oh,
Congratulations, Window Liquor 4i2, on the membership milestone. Window Liquor 432 has been an extraordinary aquarist for 30 months.
Congrats, man! 30 months. That's awesome. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Congratulations. Mr. Window Licker. 30 months, man. Yeah, we're going almost 3 years now. I've been doing this long. I feel like an old man. Alright. This is good enough. Staring at might be using that tank in my sump system. We'll see. About to build. So if we go back over here, which could be going to see that I have a bunch of junk here. Plants, spider webs, cobwebs, fry trap. This thing works great. That's just 1 liter, whatever. 1 liter, 20 ounce. These are all stuff. Botanicals. Clean up behind there. Spider webby. I got a lot of these I got from KJE, man. Never really run a whole lot of botanicals because, hey, I already have a problem with algae, and this just kind of seems to add to it. But keep it because I will use it sooner or later. Copper leaves and stuff. They're great for shrimp tanks. This was, yeah. There's a bunch of. I might have picked this up at a swap, like dirt. A bunch of for a coral, like the plugs you use to, I don't know, frag them. Maybe that'll come in handy someday. I don't know. Other than that, I got the lid to that tank and the light. Ow, this light's hot. Pathos. Pathos. It's coming. Not from this tank, not from that tank, from the tank all the way down the sump. I believe it's the one all the way in the end down there. This thing's growing around the whole back of the system.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said
Around
that
here.
plant needs light.
Yeah, it's getting light. I mean, what do you think? It grew here by itself? No light? Maybe I should start trying to trellis this up the tank. Let's get this. Look at this thing. Hang on, we're still wrapped around something. Hopefully I'm still here. So maybe we take it there. Here. That way. I think that's the way it was going anyway. Yes. Here. Careful, I don't break this thing. There we go. I don't like that idea. We'll see. At least it's freed up from around that thing. Now I got this all. Light now for another tank. There's an airstone laying here. Try and just back of this tank because I don't think there's any air going in this tank. A certain cat. Yeah. Holes coming out of this thing? No. Just a little maybe. I don't know, Lily. Something happened here. I think actually I'm gonna shut this hole. How close? I don't know.
Vinoksky.fishkoto said,
Probably
good
these
morning, guys.
400 holes right here. Morning, Vinoski.
Windowlicker
Another one
532
there.
said I can remember getting pissed off at a pothos plant and nailed it to the wall because she kept hitting it with the vacuum. The plant just kept growing.
All right, so, you know, I wonder why this hose ain't working. Shoot through here. Here. Couple little picks in that. Here. Not even halfway down. Better run, Lily. Better run, Lily. Coming for you, Lily. I can put this two over heaters just sitting. A little while ago I couldn't find a heater and I got three. Alright, and this light. Sure I can find a home for this on the system.
Andy Carson 1339 said, it's a good thing Lily is so darn cute.
Yeah, that's her saving grace, huh? Get this algae out of this. Alright, I think we can move on. Gotta do the water testing yet. Might be the end of it. Time it is, but we've been going for a little while. Like I said, I'm trying to keep these streams down to like, you know, hour and a half-ish. Just because it was too much for 3 hours on a Sunday. For me, anyway. Started really eating into my, like, life. And I was constantly playing catch-ups on Sunday, so it's not good for me. And then in turn, not good for you, so. Got to keep things more manageable. That's what 2026 is about, manageability here. Fishroom's getting shrunk down a little bit, be more manageable. Trying to keep my streams a little more manageable. Trying to keep my life more manageable. But that doesn't mean, you know, I'm giving up here. Gotta get to a point where I feel like everything is cool, you know, kosher. I want to get this breeding project thing going. But I gotta get it in a way so it's not like overwhelming, you know. I still have. I think we're done over here for now. Still have my Tapaho quarantine here. Still has that thing in his eye. Probably should just. It's been a week. We'll do a quick water change on this guy. Then we'll medicate him, I guess. Another round. Probably the best thing to do, right? Quick water change. Then we'll medicate him. Feed the flounders, I think, just for fun. Do the water testing while they're eating, I guess. What am I doing? Came over here. Doing, buddy? What's happening? Doing, Dad? Up at the moment. I gotta free up some buckets, man. Now spring's here. Get outside and do some spring cleaning in the yard.
Scaly Granny said, Jason, have you thought more on what fish you might add?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try and like focus on breeding like colonies of pseudos, I think. Ultimate goal here is, and I'll keep the other tanks that I have as like, maybe that'll change too, I'm not sure. Right now I got those, the rack on the other side of this room, filled with, you know, it's got a bunch of like show tanks, play tanks. I could keep. I'm not sure. I gotta get everything under control first. I think I wanted to get rid of that rack and that we just emptied. And then there's one more rack where that other rimless tank was that I want to pretty much empty up, free up. And I think that'll make, once I get that out of here, I feel like this room will be a whole lot like less cluttered, tight, still kind of tight. But I might be able to, especially that corner over there is where the, show you here without making a mess. Over there, where that rack is, silver rack on the corner there, that's real tight over. There's like a rack of fry over there, tank, a 10-gallon with fry in there, and then there's a 17 rimless that's empty. A while ago. Moved it. Probably should. I just have an air stone going in there, or whatever, a sponge filter. And there's still like a bunch of snails in there. All right, buddy, you've been 2 weeks without meds. seem to be doing a little bit better, but it doesn't seem to be ever clearing up. So I'm not sure what. I guess we try one more round of meds, and if this doesn't work, then I guess he just stays here till he gets better, or if he never gets better, I guess he's safe here. I don't know. I don't know. But perfect. All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a gallon of tap water.
Scaly Granny said Bruiser is looking at some leopard anglefish. We will most likely get them in a week or so.
That sounds cool. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely not opposed to getting like, but I don't want to. Problem is I got too many fish tanks. I think it's just like starting to burn out because there's too much. Sense? You know what I mean? It's starting to be a little overwhelmed, and then at that point I'm just like, I don't do anything. All right, so I'm gonna take a gallon of tap water. So because I have been using like straight RO to like fill this tank for a while. That's always this is through. Kind of hard to tell. I want to make sure still has some. Try to keep the actual like water TDS around like 200-300 ish. Kind of what tank he came from is. Gonna add a gallon of RO. Got it. Cool. That.
Scaly Granny said I get it. We have recently went through that LOL, now wanting to add some fish.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's ebb and flow, Sometimes it's just like, yeah, get all gun ho and you go into it, and then at some point you're like, oh my god, I'm in over my head. Chill out. I'm gonna let that sit for a little. Four is. You can find 4 today. A worm container. What it is I always forget to feed white worms and then struggle. Like this is coming back, but soon. While I'm here, I am going to feed. As you can just look at the flounders. White worms on my shoulders makes me happy. I just feed them algae wafer, bottom feeder, my worms. The white worms, anyway. I give them one of each. I give them a bottom wafer and an algae wafer. Little deli cups. many cups. I gotta maintain these colonies. Probably clean them up. Freshen up the substrate every so often. Funky. I usually just take it and mix it. Like, alright, that is that. I grab a couple for I'm gonna feed backworms. Not quite ready. Alright. Here you guys. Come see this if you want. This is where I keep my blackworm colonies. In breeder box. I can see a whole turkey baster. The problem is the stuff on top. Algae. Cling to it. First thing to get them out of is that they're in that algae, man. Hair algae, they become part of the hairs. Stir them up. Great. Worms go flying. Suck them up with them. Clusters of them. Clump of them in the bowl here, in the cup. Seeing this? Try to only feed from one at a time. Here. Yeah. Dirty worms. Even though there's a constant flow in this, man, these worms create this. Whatever they break down in the soil, man, or the substrate, create some sort of toxic gas. That's all I gotta say about that. And I just kind of like let them settle down and dump the dirty water back in here. Sometimes if I'm feeling real ambitious, I take bottom. Again, let me do that. Here, I like to do this, just stir them up like entirely. Because one of the ways you can get more blackworms, like most worms, is when they segment, right? They break apart. And you have to have in one worm, you now have two. It's like, worms have like, whatever, 7 hearts or something. Segments. Segment, because as long as there's a heart in the segment, it'll survive. Then I just use algae wafers for these guys. I just bring it up. Tablet. These guys. On. I've been keeping this colony of blackworms alive. Probably even maybe, I don't know, maybe longer. At least 3 years this colony's been running. Alright. I take, oh my god, my knee. Oh! This thing of nasty, dirty blackworms. And I will rinse it in the sink. But let me go rinse this. Where are we? And the other issue I have with the worm colony is I did this a while ago, like when I had it in a little 5-gallon jug, or not jug, that was like a 2.5-gallon tank. I'm sorry, gallon tank. I used to keep them in sponge filter. I put not duckweed. What's the other? The sativa. Sativa, not sativa. Is it no? Salvinia. Sativa is something completely different. Might have been sativa involved too, but yeah. So I would do that, and then when I did that, I introduced a whole bunch of pond snails. So now I got pond snails in my blackworms. Salvinia, that's the word. Now this is just a tedious little process here. I just rinse it. Clears up a whole bunch of muck. Let the worms settle to the bottom. Off as much as I can. Up worms off the bottom. Trying to leave things like the snail shells behind. Dirt. Then I rinse that out of the measuring cup. Put the worms back in it. Fill it back up and rinse them. And let them settle. A little less dirty. Doing this until I feel like not as nasty. Clean enough to stick in a fish tank. Try to pick up. As they're settling to the bottom, I can see. Trying. Drain it. At this point, I really care about the hair algae so much because it's going to go in a brackish tank, so it's not going to survive. It's just going to. But obviously, don't. I tap on it because I feel like it makes the worms go to the bottom quicker. Sometimes it's just worth it to lose some worms. And not have to sit here for 2 hours like trying to get one snail shell off the bottom, you know what I mean? Rather lose 5 worms. 5 hours. I'm sure there's a better way for all this. But I haven't figured that out, so. Got any ideas? I'm all ears. Empire Dirt Aquatic Chef Kane, what's up, dude? Good morning. Everyone lurking on the drive to the swap. Cool. Right on, man. There is a swap coming up soon. I think it might actually be. Huh? Yeah. Got the email. I don't remember when. I don't know if I'm gonna be ready for that swap. Definitely a lot less dirt in the water now. Still seeing a lot of hair algae, but Yeah, these are a little bit of a pain to feed just because of how long I sit here. But they are really, really nutritious. Blackworms are some of the best, honestly. Live foods. Blackworms, white worms, brine, that's going to be when I get the whole breeding. I'm going to put everything. There. Oops. This is going to be good enough. All right. Enough of them. Oh, I scared somebody. That one, two. Then I take the turkey baster and just kind of try and spread them out. Not like one flounder gets all the worms. Back down there too. Oh, good enough. And yeah, the excess water I just dumped back in that worm tank. That's enough. Some worm action here. Flounder action. All right, well that's happening. Let me try to water change. 5 here. And it's probably gonna be the end of the stream. Watching fish eat. Look at that flounder in the corner there, man. He doesn't seem to move. That's like all cocked up on the wall. Nice. I think I said I was gonna furt this week too, so. I did manage to sync my lights with my Bluetooth so that the time got the update. Fishroom wasn't off by an hour. A couple tanks. Yeah, do anything over here? Dead? Better not be dead. Operation. Operation. I don't want to leave the jungle alone. No, 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 no. I'm so happy in the jungle. I refuse. Ooh. They got the state right where I station. Bingle bangle bungle. All right. Shake, shake. Shake. He has moved, right? I did see him. He's no longer. He's like, all right. So he's definitely just.
Window Licker 532 said, nope, not dead, we have movement.
Just saw that too. I looked over there and he was not in the same spot, so I can only assume he moved. Good. Seen any others? Just the two. And out. Good enough. Hold. All right. Hear me? Check to make sure my mic's working. Yep. Okay. Sometimes when I mute myself, it doesn't unmute. That's the quick. $78. Look. That guy there. That guy there. I don't know. We're documenting this. Okay, that's interesting. Menagerie habitats says. Read it because things annoying. Something. It was fun to watch. Oh, I can't see that. On PC, there's like a window in the way. Well, that was fun to watch. Do it again. Do it again. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. All right. We're got a minute left on that. Cooking. Let me start the water change. Yes. Cool. Start filling tank. Python going. Yeah. Get this little vector thing. Like suck up somebody. In there. Anything good happening over here? 0.23 on the phosphate. 0.2. Up a little bit. Oh, Lily? Little. Okay. Got a minute yet on this. Might be time to. Guess we'll see what it is next week, and then I'd have to change the phosphate out again. So I was looking at the tank down here. I wonder if the power head did that. Hang on, we're gonna move you. Good looking at these guys right for now. Oh yeah, what is it? Elite Menagerie Habitats, right? Can you get freshwater flounders? You know, I would certainly like to get some more of those. I know you got a fish store. Yeah, if you could get freshwater flounders. Well, they're not really freshwater, but you know what I mean. They're always sold as. All right, here's the tank that we're testing. And I just noticed something like, and this must be from the power head, but if you guys, I don't know if you guys see it. We'll do like a little scan, okay? You notice that the substrate here is mostly gravel up until this rock. And then after that rock, it goes to mostly sand with gravel in it. I mean, there's still sand and gravel in that, but when I mix this, this is all an even mix. Somehow most of the sand is on this side of the tank and not on that side of the tank. Thought that was interesting. Nitrates are 8.1. Damn. Whoa. Cool. Oh, she didn't stop. Alexa, stop. 8.1. Hold on. All right, here we are. Take a quick look. Chart. Week. Rates are down slightly. Phosphates were up slightly. TDSs were exactly the same. I believe I'm going to FERT, so let me. Determine it's been fertilized. Back to this. Water change is done. I will actually fertilize. I just add potassium and iron. Oh no, don't put that there. Because I figured I already got nitrates and phosphates in the water, which is the NPK thing, which is what plants need to grow. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium for the macros. Anything else is a micro. Would be the iron. Would be a micro. Other than that, these are you working? Using this Oro and just rinse out these test tubes so that they're ready for next time. Done with the testing. Let's catch up. This might be a good time to actually put the meds in the... Better run, Lily. Alright, I've been using this. I only have... Full course is 5. So I like 5 that I'm going to use. Good. Double check. Day 1 through 5, add 1 packet per 10 gallons to be treated. Tank. Day 6, do a 25% water change. If necessary, a second full course of treatment may be performed on day 7. Let it ride, see how he's doing. Well, I'll stick a packet in there. And then every morning, before I go to work, I'll try and stick a packet in. Today will be day 1. Enough. Let me just have. I don't have any air moving. Thanks. Stop working again? Why? Eat. I gotta figure this out. So let me turn it off. But I did. Apparently my, it's because I probably screwed around with that air over there. I'm gonna have to go through this and sit around and get this air system. Especially I'm adding meds as well. I should have waited. Alright, well let me finish this water change. I'm just gonna let that cool down. Because I It was working fine. What's up? Morning.
Elaine Louiscart 5459 said, I think all the micros are in the equilibrium.
Oh yeah, I guess there's a lot of that too. Yeah, yeah, probably fair. Yeah, well, I will add the iron and the potassium. Was mean mugging me. Yeah. Five. And a guard. Oh, I had a couple die. Bingle bangle.
Andy Carson 1339 said, that Blackbeard is definitely thinning.
I think so too. I was looking at it, and I was saying, like, it looks like it's actually getting old. I wouldn't want to say nothing. It's definitely thinning. Good. Down at the bottom here. For change. Back up. Add the ferts. Pretty good. Then I got to figure out why my air system isn't working again. Maybe it like working too hard, like on since. Or I think what it is maybe there's no. I believe the way these systems work is they need some sort of back pressure. So if they're flat out running, like trying to, that's when they get. That's when they. I don't know. I think they need some sort of like resistance in the line, and maybe all those holes that Lily has been poking in that system is not helping. Better run. Better run, Lily. I've got to sit around crawling behind. Happy. Happy. I know what I can do in the meantime. Let's unhook this. Ooh, pretty much. Let's take this. Cool. Let's get the iced water. Oh. 20 gallons of water is heavy. Just put it out there. Like what, 160 pounds? 8 times 2. 8 pounds a gallon, roughly. Bingo bango bongo, I don't want to leave the jungle. No, 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 no. All right. Put it up. All right, we'll let it flow. Oh, yeah, what was I going to do for meantime on the air here? That ambition. I can't get that song out of my head, man. All right. Bunga bunga bunga, I don't wanna leave the jungle. Oh no 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 no. Stupid. That we got that. This. Yes. Got to remineralize that. I neglected my coffee this whole time. This time. All right. I'm gonna add my battery powered to the medicated tank. Go up. Runs on battery, but it also has a USB thing. Let's put it on power save mode. I got a work going. Something to keep there.
Window Licker 532 said it's brainwashing you to go back to the game.
What game? Oh, that game. Yeah. Hey, I see 3 of my flounders. Still have not seen the 4th, man. Upsetting to me. Oh no, I see him. All right. Cool. All 4. Here, we can go up here and maybe look. See 1. Tail moving, there's 2, and right next to that tail's 3. Way back in the back there, you see it moving? He's moving. 4. Moving. Cool. Yeah. So I need a wallwort. What I need to do is figure out why my arrow keeps cutting off. That means I might have to just at least stops. That's why they have bleeder valves on these things, I think. Got air moving. All the other tanks have the benefit of plants. I think. And ones on sumps obviously going to have no problems. Finish. Cool. About it. Up until the hose. Wrap this up. All right. That's away. Dump out the excess water. There. This. There. Board away. Need to firts before I forget. And I gotta. All right, big old bag. Blah, blah, blah. Can't speak. I bought this on Amazon. Potassium sulfate. Basically, potassium, sulfur, oxygen. Which is not adding because there's also potassium phosphate. Adding phosphates, which is what I was trying to avoid. 2 scoops. Iron got from B. 7, 8. 1 for every 10 gallons. And 1 a little extra. All right, let's plug this in. Knock things over. I hate when it does. Hang on. Percussive maintenance it is. So I'm going to clean it. Hey, where's it? All right. Gotta love when equipment just doesn't work. All right, we're gonna rinse it. Started though. Not that. All out. All right, let me clean this first. Yeah. I think this phosphate removing pad might be at the end of its useful life here. Which is okay, because I have more. And I can always order more. Be cool. Alright. Still plugged in? We're still plugged. So let me unplug this. Try plugging it in. Before I get crazy. Go through this whole process and then I just had to. Nope. Alright, it is definitely stuck. Unplug it entirely now. Actually, I don't burn this. Can I burn this? It's gonna be a second here. I gotta get this away. Guys, try not to break anything while I'm here.
Window Licker 532 said, pull the propeller out, probably just dirty.
Yeah, I know, but I can't get to the propeller without taking it. Oh, Jesus. Here, just dump the hell out. Can't get this thing out. I think I'm figuring out why the propeller might be working. There's literally a wad of black root algae in the bottom of this tank. Whatever. Now, sometimes, like, you know, the impeller doesn't want to move for whatever reason. It just, you know, an object at rest wants to stay at rest. Might as well clean what I can while I'm here.
Andy Carson 1339 said, yep, now you definitely need a new phosphate pad.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. I just dumped out that crap on the tank. I don't know. That's interesting. Where did that junk come from? Oh, I see. I didn't realize there was an intake under there. Interesting. Let's give it a good thrashing. I'm gonna fill it up with water real quick. Let's see. No, I don't think that's the part that needs the water. It's weird, all this stuff that's coming out of this chlorophyll thing. This surface skimmer thing. Whoa. Guess it's not gonna work after that. I don't know. It may not work after that. Did you bend that? What the hell just happened there? Yeah. But this surface skimmer thing is like really choked up. And just rinsing it, like all the stuff is coming down out through the intake tube. It's real good. Make sure there's nothing left in that. Is there a way to take this off? I don't know how much I want to get into that. Can't believe how much gunk is in here, man. That's explain why that surface skimmer was always having problems. Apparently you gotta clean that. I'm still getting junk out of this, like a lot. I'm gonna say it was a little bit. Man, everything's like falling apart. Whatever, I think this is it. Clean. Alright. Give it a good whacking while I'm here. Kick it once or twice. Duck! Alright.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said that is why I use intake filters.
Yes. Yes. But. Hold on, what is going on here? What can I get you? There you go, gee. Alright, I guess I should just put it in first and see if it works. Okay. Because at this point, it's just a matter of beat. Come on, work! Sound good. This is gonna really. Stupid nut in the back of the thing. It's like holding this thing on the tank. I don't understand why it's so tight. Never that bad before.
Bionic Bigfoot Foti said, and I stilled the skimer off too.
There we go. There we go. Woo! That was hard. Oh, wet. And now this thing's on like a maximum flow. Turn this all the way up. With me? They're in a corner. All right. Full flow. This valve in here, I think, is that's the surface skimmer one. Little. Go. There's that. Put the lid back on this. Put the lid back on this. Let's move you where you're supposed to be. All right, cool. Get the towel. This. Here. Guys, got that chooching. Has been changed. Tank emptied. Flounders have been fed. We got some stuff accomplished. I feel good about that. I'm gonna clean up some of this mess in the sink.
Andy Carson 1339 said yes, the feeling of accomplishment.
Yes, I agree. All right. That's that. Now let me plug in this air system again. Hear that? Cooking. The air bubbles. Cool. Going at that. Blame Lily. All of my air supply problems. Definitely got to be a Lily behind it. Okay. The air moving in both. Alright, air moving, moving. Cool. Tanks have air now. Keep an eye. I'm gonna leave that one battery operated. But yeah, alright guys. I think we've accomplished what I was going to accomplish today. I've already gone past what I said I was going to go. But yeah, 2 hours, not too bad. I appreciate everyone hanging out, bearing with me. As you can tell in the name of the stream, everything is always easy here, and it's always, never any problems. So if you want your fish room to be problem free too, you should tune in and see how I do it. But yeah, all right, guys, I'm gonna call here. We'll do it again next week. Same place, same time. If you got any questions or comments, you know where to leave them down below. Read all that stuff. Answer all that stuff. Yeah, you got anything
Andy
you want to
Carson
email me?
1339 said, "Thanks, Jason. Everyone have a good one."
No problem. And thank you. Can't do it without you guys. But yeah, if you got anything you want to show off, email, whatever, talk about behind the scenes, there's my address. That. And if not, just that like. Out. Earned it. Way to help in the channel. And subscribe if you're not. Otherwise, I don't know what you're doing here. But we'll see you next week. Thanks everybody. Stay safe. Those tanks wet. Those fish. You want the fish wet, the tank's wet, your hands wet, everything wet. The algae dry. All right, guys. See you. Bye.